You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversation sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
Oh.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
Kerry K setting the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactic sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yo. What's good with y'all? What's good? So, hold on, I gotta fix this curtain and shit. Miles and J Roman are running a little late. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can hear me, right? If y'all can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. I was having difficulties with my computer this morning. It kept crashing on a brother. So if somebody can just put a 1, I want to make sure y'all can hear me and shit. Wicked Scorpion, appreciate you, fam. All right, cool. So what are we talking about today? Be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. Again, be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. In just a moment, I'm going to share a brief video clip with you guys and ladies. All right, Zora Mina, appreciate you, baby girl. I'll see you up in here. I'm going to share a brief clip with you guys in just a moment. And I want guys to understand, you never compromise your identity. You never water down your authenticity to attempt to attract women, right? And when you see this clip, you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, in addition to this clip, I have a couple of stories that I'm going to tell you guys that basically debunks what the guy is saying in the clip, right? So again, what are we talking about? Be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. Now, before I get into this clip, let me say this. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat, followed by your question. And what I would tell you right now, this is probably the best time to have your question answered, simply because I'm writing solo right now. So if you have a question, you might want to get it in right now, because once Miles and J Roman get up in here and we get the flowing, your question might get missed. So let's go ahead and get on that right now. Let me go ahead and shout some folks out. Wicked Scorpion, what's good, fam? Danny P, what's good with you? The Man Mindset, Steve the Dean. Hey, I need everybody to subscribe to that new channel. Right there. He's having some difficulties with his main channel. So subscribe to his backup channel. Right? Subscribe to his backup channel. Right? I'll leave that right there. That's his backup channel. Subscribe to it. All right, Danny P again. Soulmonger, what's good with you, fam? B Will. Who else we got up in here? Duke Lux, Joe Blast was good, fam. Zoramina was good. Who else we got up in here? Zay Mafia, June Sports, Blastomatic Diesel, Mathis R, King Chris, Boz, Mr. Go Blue, Alexander Jackson, my bad. Jackson, TMJ5, Quizlow Speaks, what's good? Yeah, also check out the homie right there. He got a YouTube channel too. Fuck with the homie. Who else we got up in here? Linwood, what's good with you, brother? Frankie Shy. Lloyd Matthews, what's good? What's good? Jacoby, what's good? Who else we got up in here? Beloved the Model, what's good with you? All right. So again, if you guys got a question, Tony T, what's good? Big Guapo, what's good? I missed a couple of y'all. Right. So again, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat, right? I don't know your name. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but shout out to you. I'm gonna call you VC. What's up, VC? All right, King, that's Radin. All right, what's up? All right, so fuck it. All right, so again, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat. What are we talking about? Be yourself. Attract women without losing your identity. So let me go ahead and grab this clip, and then we're gonna get off into this. All right, where that motherfucker at? All right, there we go, right here. Let's go.
When you have a minority that wants a 10 out of 10 white girl, what do you say to them?
So the first thing I tell that guy is, number one, be cautious of your look. If you are a black guy and you want a Sally Mae white girl from Texas, you can't have 4 Cuban link chains on, baggy jeans, and like red dreadlocks. You may have to dumb yourself down as far as how you look. Maybe you adopt the cowboy look. Or number 2, location. Just move to that area and be around more of them. If you're in an area where there's like, I don't know, it's 5% white girls, you're probably not gonna meet them. So go to an area. Or 3, for nightlife, drive to that area and go out where they are. You know, if you have a type, you're gonna have to make yourself look like the guys that she already likes.
Okay. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Everything he said was a fallacy, except for the part where he talked about maybe going to a location where there's more of those women at. Like, I'll just give you a quick example, right? Here in San Antonio, the east side of San Antonio and parts of the northeast side of San Antonio are the sides of town where there's a lot of black people at, right? The east side is that's where the hood is at, right? When it comes to black folks, right? So if I live on the east side of San Antonio and I want to fuck with some middle-class white chicks, I got to leave the east side of San Antonio and I got to take my ass to the north side, right? I got to go to the north side, the north central side, the northwest, and parts of the northeast. That's where I got to go, right? There's going to be more of those type of women in abundance on those sides of town. So he was accurate when it comes to, you might have to migrate to different parts of your city. You might have to go outside the city limits, right? So that's true. But when he talked about changing your look, nah, he was completely wrong with that. Okay, let me break down what I mean. So he said, if you are a black guy and you want a quote unquote Sally Mae looking white girl, right? You got to dumb down your look. You know, you can't have baggy jeans and red hair and all these chains on. Let me tell y'all a story. Years ago, a friend of mine and I, one of my best friends at the time, him and I, we moved to Oklahoma City, right? We moved to Oklahoma City, right? Now, back in those days, I used to smoke a lot of weed, right? It was my weed smoking days, way back then. So when we got to Oklahoma City, we were looking for a weed connect, right? A weed source. So we came into contact with these youngsters. It was a group of black dudes. They were young, teenagers, right? So when you look at them, they look like thugs. They look like street corner drug dealers. That's exactly what they look like, right? Whatever stereotype you can think of to describe them, these little guys, they look like thugs. That's what they look like. They look like gangbangers, right? So, you know, we hanging with these dudes a little bit. And one night, for my people from North Texas and Oklahoma, we went to this spot called Brahms. Brahms Ice Cream and Burgers, right? Right? So Brahms, just think of Dairy Queen. It was like maybe a little bit more of an upscale version of Dairy Queen, right? In my opinion, it's called Brahms, right? So we're in Brahms. So me and my partner, right? Me and my homie, right? We came from middle-class upbringings, right? So we're dressed like middle-class Negroes, right? We're dressed like middle-class Negroes.
You.
What up, Miles? I'm telling the story right quick. So Give me a second, man. Let me finish the story. Then we'll get to the. I'll show you the clip if you didn't see it.
Yes,
but so we're dressed like middle class Negroes. So there was a group of chicks, like 2 or 3 chicks, at a table, and these were white chicks. These were lily white, Sally Mae type white chicks. You can tell they was upper middle class white chicks. You can tell they weren't the type that grew up around niggas. You could just tell. So me and my homie, we sitting at this table with these thug looking niggas. And these thug looking niggas are like, hey man, there's some chicks over here. There's some chicks over there looking over here. Right? So everybody at the table was under the assumption that they were looking at me and my homie. Right? So me and my homie got up and we went over there to the table and was talking to these white chicks. And they said, well, we're really more interested in your friends over there. Right? And we were like, what? And they were like, yeah, no offense, but y'all really don't look like street enough for us. Right? This is what they said. We don't look street enough for us. Now, bear in mind, these are your garden variety white chicks, middle class, upper middle class, right? But me and my partner, we're upper middle class type niggas. We're dressed that way. They wanted the looking niggas, right? That's who they wanted. So my point in telling y'all is, be yourself. Attract women without losing your identity. Miles, I'm gonna play this clip because you missed it, so that way you can understand why I'm going on and on about what I'm going on and on about. But let me go ahead and play it.
When you have a minority that wants a 10 out of 10 white girl, what do you say to them?
So the first thing I tell that guy is, number one, be cautious of your look. If you are a black guy and you want a Sally Mae white girl from Texas, you can't have 4 Cuban link chains on, baggy jeans, and like red dreadlocks. You may have to dumb yourself down as far as how you look. Maybe you adopt the cowboy look. Or number 2, location. Just move to that area and be around more of them. If you're in an area where there's like, I don't know, it's 5% white girls, you're probably not gonna meet them. So go to an area. Or 3, for nightlife, drive to that area and go out where they are. You know, if you have a type, you're gonna have to make yourself look like the guys that she already likes.
Now, this is what I want to point out, Miles. I'm gonna pass it to you. His name on Instagram is Defund Simping. Defund Simping. This guy's a simp, right? If you're talking about changing your attire and changing your whole look to try and match that of a man that you think women might be attracted to, then you're simping for that woman. But go ahead, Miles, you got it.
Yo, that's blasphemy, bro. That's blasphemy against your masculine identity. That's what that is. Like, and again, I was talking about this earlier on Lucario show. The way that these guys like break it down, it sounds so good. Like, it sounds like it makes sense, but you don't even realize how much of yourself you're giving away or neglecting just to try to, quote unquote, get the girl or make her like you or whatever the hell it is. It's like these dudes are just sad dudes, and all they doing is teaching other dudes how to not value themselves. You understand? And it's, I don't know, man. And somebody would, you put up the definition of the word simp.
Yes, yeah. I just put it up real quick. Let me just read something. My bad, Miles. Hold on, real quick. Let me do this. Let me bring it back up because I want to read something. I just had that shit right there. Okay, I want to focus on the last part where it says has expressed disinterest in him, which he continues to obsess over. So when you listen to the guy in the clip, he's basically saying those women won't be interested in you based on how you dress. So change how you dress, so now they can be interested in you. He's talking about simping, but yet his name is Defund Simping. No, the guys don't understand when he's pedestalizing women. He's saying you're so much better than me. I have to change how I present myself to acquire you.
Exactly. All right. We got 447. You are on live with, on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, K-Zag. We also got Miles. Name, age, city. What's up?
Hi, my name's Samuel. I'm calling from London, England.
How old are you?
29 years old.
29. All right, cool. Go ahead.
My question is, you're hearing a lot of men in the red pill space and on the manosphere Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we get you.
They keep saying, "Oh, men should focus on themselves. Men should ignore women." But my question is, do they literally mean ignore women when you go out the house and completely don't make eye contact with them? Apparently, that piques their interest and that sparks attraction. I'm a bit confused here.
Okay, caller. Okay, caller. This is what I need for you to understand. When guys say ignore women, it's really a coping mechanism, right? So I need you to understand something. Guys who get women, guys whom women gravitate to sexually, they're never going to tell you to ignore women. The only guys that are telling you to ignore women are the guys that have difficulties getting the women that they desire. So what they're saying is, obviously, I'm not where I want to be financially. I don't look the part. I don't have the clothes, the money, the car. So I'm going to ignore women and I'm going to acquire these things. And all of a sudden, by osmosis, women are just going to appear at my feet throwing panties at me, right? Because I acquired all of these things and I look the part. So when they say ignore women, it's really a cope simply because they're getting tired of being rejected. They're getting tired of being told no. But you got it, Miles.
No, caller, where are you getting this from?
There's just loads of guys in the red pill space. Oh, ignore women. Don't focus on them. If you focus on yourself, women will focus on you. I understand that women should never be your focus, but completely ignoring them, they ain't magically going to knock on your door, are they? You still have to pursue them.
Okay, so what do you want us to say to that?
Basically, I'm just I think where I'm lacking female nature is that I expect women to overtly look at me and stare at me and give me these clear choosing signals.
Okay, all right, got all right. How long have you been watching us?
My problem is I stare
Callers,
at women.
Stop. How long have you been watching us?
Yeah, I've been watching you for about over a month now.
Just over a month, and you're still watching those other guys, correct?
No, I've cut down.
You've cut down. I didn't look.
Yeah.
You see, oh Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't ask you if you cut down or if you reduced it. I said, are you still watching them? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Jesus fucking. Listen, you're choosing confusion, right? Because you're watching them, then you come over here and you asking us stuff about what they say. Like honestly, if you really want to make some progress, you really got to pick a side, bro. You really got to pick a side. Because nobody over here ever told you to ignore women. Nobody over here, we tell you to know who you are, know exactly what you want, speak to the women you want to speak to, and if they're only deal with them if they're cooperating, if they're compliant, if they have a compliant, positive attitude. If they don't, you leave them alone. That's what we tell you. So all that stuff about ignoring women and playing games and choosing signals and all this other stupid shit, we don't talk about that. So the fact that you even coming over here and asking us about it is is kind of disrespectful because you don't really respect the format of the show. And you're asking us about what other men say. If you really want clarity on what those guys are talking about, go call in on those guys' shows. Right? It looks like he hung up already.
You running away and shit?
Anyway, it could have been disconnected because he was calling from London. Okay. So because it was like one of them long ass 20-digit numbers. But guys, call in 919-647-9392. Go ahead, call in 919-647-9392.
Okay, so and let me say this again. What are we talking about? Be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. So for some of you, y'all might not know that my first wife, she's an ex now, of course, but my first wife, she was a white chick. Not only was she a white chick, but she was a country white chick. I'm talking about cowboy boots, Wranglers, country music, square dancing bitch, dog. She was a white bitch, dog.
Oh, shit. Let me find out she didn't walk, but she moseyed.
So when I say now, She did not listen to rap music.
Oh my God.
She listened to country music. But she was into me though. Right? So here I am running around, and way back then I had on the little Nautica shirts and all that with the Yankee fitters on way back then. This was like early 2000s and shit.
This dude calling back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so is this the same guy?
Hello, brother. Yeah, sorry. I am calling from London. It's a very, very bad connection. I can hear you a lot better now.
So I'm saying, I said, if you want clarity on what those other guys are saying, then why don't you go to those guys? Why don't you go call into their show and ask them?
No, I've literally detached myself from them because they were literally messing up my mind.
Yeah, but you still watch them though. You've cut down, but you still watch them. That's why you're so confused, bro.
I hear that.
That's what I'm saying. Pick a side. Pick a side, or at least, at the very least, you can watch anybody you want. I can't tell you what to do, but don't ask me about what another man said. Don't come over here asking us about what them other assholes be saying.
But that's why I'm calling, brother, because I want to learn.
Well, if you want to learn, sit your ass in the audience and pay attention, and ask us about things that we say. If you want to call in and ask us for clarification on things that we say. Or if you want to be slick, then make it a general question. But don't come over here and be like, hey, all these guys on the internet be saying this, and that. Then, I'm confused. What do I do? You asking us how to explain another man's theory. That's not how it works. That's that man's theory.
Yeah.
If you can figure out how to make it a general question, then articulate it and ask a general question and we'll answer it. But don't come over here talking about other guys and other YouTube content people and all these other things and expect us to explain their bullshit. Did you have another question before we let you go?
My last question is it really true that men are more visual than women, and women check us out more in a more subtle way?
Okay. So caller. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, and I really want you to think about this. Whether it's true or not, how does that ultimately help you? Think about it.
Because I think I'm going about it very wrong. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the woman to, show me where I should be a man and take initiative.
Okay, so let me explain something to you, brother. If wherever you go in London or wherever you're from in England, if you happen to see a woman that's visually appealing to you, just approach her. That's all you got to do. It's that simple.
Yeah.
But in any case, why are you waiting for a woman to tell you how to be a man? Because that's what you literally just said. You're waiting for a woman to tell you how and when to take the lead and when to be a man. Why are you waiting for a woman to tell you that? Does a woman know how to be a man?
Sometimes, sometimes I'm just waiting for that attraction confirmation, and
why?
Choosing.
Why are you waiting for confirmation? That's like you're literally saying you're waiting for a woman to validate you before you have enough guts to go say hello to her. Is that what you're saying?
And you're waiting for permission.
And so you're waiting for permission, validation, and a green light to go do what you want to do with your life. Is that, and you waiting for that from a woman? Correct?
Yeah. You're right.
What makes you think that makes sense? Can a if you wanted to learn how to they say this all the time. If you want to learn how to fish, do you ask a fish or you ask a fisherman?
You ask the fisherman.
Okay. So why the fuck would you listen to the prey? Why would you listen to the prey?
No, you're right.
Why would you take a signal from the prey? Why would you wait for validation from the prey?
There you go. Do you think a lion?
A real high value man will.
Okay, no, that's the thing as high value man. See, that's your look. Okay, stop. Guys. Okay. Yeah. Let me break something down to you guys. There is no such thing as a high value man. Either you are a man or you're not. It's literally that black and white. See, here's the thing. I want you to think about something. When you think about the popularized definition of what it means to be a high value man, what did the individual tell you? We're not going to say his name. You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. But regardless, what did he tell you? You have to make a certain amount of money over a certain amount of time, right? So everything was about you acquiring things, right, to try and appeal to a woman. So here you are, you're doing things outside of yourself to try and appeal to a woman. Essentially what he's saying is, as a standalone man, you're not good enough. You have to acquire things. You have to make a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time for you to be deemed as valuable in a bitch's eyes. Come on, man. Even, see, and this, let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of low self-esteem guys who were insecure for the better part of their lives, their teenage lives, their adult lives. And then when they started to acquire money and material things, and they were able to basically barter with women. Now follow me with this, right? These losers, these tricks, these simps, once they acquired money, once they acquired material possessions, now they had bargaining tools. Now, let me barter with women. Let me exchange this shit for pussy. Now, all of a sudden, they think they have an understanding of attraction. No, you don't. Because if you truly understood what it meant to be an attractive man, you would understand that sexual attraction or a woman being sexually attracted to you has nothing to do with money or being a fucking quote unquote high value man. But y'all got it. I digress.
Yeah. Yo, caller, keep watching and get some coaching, bro. Keep watching and get some coaching, okay? And make sure you check us out tomorrow on Real Game No Theory. Check us out, Real Game No Theory, tomorrow, 12 noon, okay?
Okay, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, and that's 12 noon Eastern time, Eastern American Standard Time. All right, so holla at you then.
So let me say this. We good on calls now?
Yeah, we got one more.
Okay,
and,
let me say.
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
Let me say this real quick. Wicked Scorpion, yes. Blonde-haired, green-eyed white chick, yes. But go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
Shout out to Steve the Dean in the chat. He was saying get them likes up and all that. All right, so we got 845. You're on live with the Real Game. No, excuse me. 845, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show with your host, K Zaggin. And we also got Miles and Name Age City. What's up? 845, go ahead.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good
My
afternoon.
name is Rafa, and I'm 25 years old.
Rafa. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have a question on a text message. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so she said, she messaged me first, and she said, "Why are you so sexy?" ? I said, "Let me show you. Call me to meet." And I gave her my phone number. And then she said, "But I think you're the killer." So I don't get it. Like, should I just let her go at that point?
Wait. Back up.
Killer?
He said, "But I think you're the killer."
The killer? Okay. Was this on IG? Where did you meet this woman at? A dating app? Where did you meet her at?
Oh, yeah. Bumble. She messaged me.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell it, say, I'm gonna kill that pussy. Tell her that.
There you go. There you go. Send her like a meme of like police tape, the caution tape. You know what I'm saying? You know, they put it on the crime scene. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna murder that pussy. I'm gonna kill that pussy. There you go.
Okay. And also my second question is, when I give women my number, right, and they text me, they're just like, they never tell me their name or anything. For example, I have a woman who just texted me. She's like, "Hello." I'm like, "Who this?" She's like, "Nobody." I left her unseen, and then she's like, "You're a weirdo." Like, I don't get this. Like,
okay, look. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna try to understand something. When you're dealing with women, whether it's on a dating app or in person, the only thing you need to concern yourself with is whether or not the woman is cooperating. If the woman is saying and or doing anything that's not to your liking or that's not conducive to her cooperating, don't worry about why she's doing it. It doesn't matter. Claude, I'll give you an example. If I go to a job interview and they don't hire me, it doesn't matter why they're not hiring me. They're not hiring me. So it makes no sense for me to sit there and obsess over why they're not hiring me. I just need to move on and set up another job interview or keep applying for jobs. The why is irrelevant because you knowing the why won't change the outcome of it. The outcome is the outcome. Don't worry about why. Right?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But real quick, these women that are messaging you, or are you looking at pictures of these women or videos of these women?
Yes, like online. Yeah, so we'll text a little bit, and I give them a number, and then I know who they are when they text.
Okay, this is what you need to start doing to cut down on the bullshit. If a woman hits you up, put your number in there and say, give me a call, let's do a video chat. Make sure that you get them on video so you can know that they're real women, bro.
I got you, Unc.
Yeah. Get them on video chat every fucking time. Hey, here's my number. Give me a call so we can do a video chat. And if for whatever reason, if they're reluctant or resistant, then you got your answer.
All right. Appreciate it, gentlemen.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
All right, so we good on calls.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I just want to reiterate. And what are we talking about? Be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. Like I said, my ex-wife was a country white chick, blonde hair, green eyes, horse riding chick, all of that shit, right? And she didn't listen to rap music. But guess what? When she was in my car, I listened to rap music. I didn't listen to that country shit. Right? Just because she was in my car, I didn't sit there and change the radio station for her. Miles, I would be riding, listening to country music. Not country music, I'm going to say rap music. And I would be not country music. No, rap music. I would be listening to rap music, and I would literally be rapping along. And she would be turned to the side, just all mesmerized, like do that again, like she was in awe of that shit, right?
How did you know all the words?
Yeah, right. She was in all that shit. So I said all that to say this. And someone said it earlier. We didn't have any commonalities, but we had one thing in common. We were mutually attracted to each other. And here's the funny part. She came up to me, right? And basically was letting me know that she was interested. But not only that, because when I met her, she had on cowboy boots, the jeans and all that. The next time I saw her, she had her hair down with a dress on. She changed her style for me, not the other way around. I just want to point that out. She started looking more girly and more feminine for me because of how I was dressing, right? I just want to point that shit out. Let me bring Jay Roman in.
What up?
Jay Roman, what's going on?
What up, everybody? Hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you. All right,
cool.
So Jay Roman, we're talking about be yourself, attract women without losing your identity. And I'm assuming you didn't see this clip, but we're going to go ahead and play this clip. Oh, Miles, we got a call?
No, we good on calls.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so let me play this clip, Jay Roman.
When you have a minority that wants a 10 out of 10 white girl, what do you say to them?
So the first thing I tell that guy is, number one, be cautious of your look. If you are a black guy and you want a Sally Mae white girl from Texas, you can't have 4 Cuban link chains on, baggy jeans, and like red dreadlocks. You may have to dumb yourself down as far as how you look. Maybe you adopt the cowboy look. Or number 2, location. Just move to that area and be around more of them. If you're in an area where there's like, I don't know, it's 5% white girls, you're probably not going to meet them. So go to an area. Or 3, for nightlife, drive to that area and go out where they are. You know, if you have a type, you're going to have to make yourself look like the guys that she already likes.
Go in.
You know what? See, this is why I'm working on myself right here, because I enjoy people around like that walking around. Because if that's the philosophy they have, great for them. So that means they're going to change themselves for every different woman they feel like or want to attract. I don't understand this fold me into whatever you want instead of me being here and you liking me.
Right.
And I think that if anything, one of the times I look back to was like the purest time of ever, where a lot of people didn't have any drama, any baggage and stuff like that, is if you go back to high school, right? If you go back to high school, one of the times before money, before cars, before status, for the most part, right? There was the jocks and stuff like that, but before a lot of the other stuff entered, you would see some of the most different couples walking around, right? And it wasn't because he conformed to whatever. It's just that he was him and she liked that about him. And I think when you get older, you get away from that because you let society and people like this that's on, I don't know what his name is. I don't watch his show or anything like that. Make statements about squeeze yourself into some cowboy jeans so you can attract this girl that you might want. Like, which is not the case at all. Like I hate to tell anybody's advice is bad, but to me, that's just bad advice. That's just bad advice. That's basically saying pretend to be somebody just so you can try to attract some woman. So
exactly. All right. So we got 240. 240. You are on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got K Zag. We got your host K Zag and J Roman and Miles. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
No, real quick. Shout out to Raja with the 1999 super chat. Go ahead, Miles. My bad, bro.
Facts. All right. So 240. Go ahead.
Happy holidays.
Oh, what's going on? Touch Master, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Linwood? What's up, fam?
What's up? I'm all up in the naughty list and shit, Look here, being yourself. That I was always called weird and all these other names and all these other names. I was always called weird and crazy and all shit. And that was my identity. I couldn't give a fuck what anybody else doing. I'm not competing.
Is it just me or is he breaking up? Is he breaking up?
Yeah, he's breaking up. I was just about to say that too.
I was myself. And even now in my
hold on. Linwood, we can't hear you. Linwood, we can't hear you.
What I to satisfy what's more.
Yeah,
y'all going in and out.
Yeah, it might be my internet. I don't know.
Yeah, you're looking kind of fuzzy, Miles.
Can you hear me?
All right, try again.
There you go.
Can you hear us now? Yeah, go ahead.
Me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, Linwood, go ahead.
I'm just saying that I never changed my shit to appease other people. Because number one, I didn't have the funds back then. But I wasn't trying to get the cars. This was back in the 90s. I wasn't trying to get the cars and all of that. Because I lived in D.C., so I worked government contracts, in the government building security. So I had all these women. Everybody was trying to get the clothes, this and that. But I don't know if I told y'all, there was a lot of women who were with these guys, and some of them didn't want them to hang out with me. And I'm like, why? Why? They had all the clothes, the cars, the money. I was that dressed down, the bummy nigga. What? They don't want them to hang out with me? Why? Because I found out I was authentic. I didn't care about my outside world and what was going on about that. It was me and my world. And if you want to be in this, you have to satellite around me. And that's the way I've always been and couldn't care. Even today, man, I don't have the latest shit of nothing, man. I mean, because it's no sense in having it. You can't take it with you. And it's going to, I can't believe why people stand online for the iPhone. I just can't believe it. I don't know why. The shit's going to come out next month with another one and y'all going to spend another $1,000 on some shit. Why? Just to look good? I don't have shit just to look good and be good. I just have shit because I want it. And it ain't no flashy shit. So I'm me. This is who I am. And when people, even in my practice, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I don't have to do what the other people are doing to make it. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. And I recognize me. And if I recognize me, you'll see me. So I ain't worried about it.
Right. Got you.
So that's
Real talk.
That should be me in a nutshell, y'all. I'm gonna go out and work my nut scratcher here.
What?
And the nut scratcher sweet, season,
It's always at the end. It's always at the end when you're about to leave, man.
this nigga saying the most random shit. All right, man. DMV in the house. DMV in the house.
Hey, man, we appreciate you.
I'm on that eggnog, man. I'm on that eggnog, so I'll holler at y'all.
Okay. All right, man. You be good, man. Thanks for calling the show, man. Good to hear from you.
That nigga, he's sipping on bourbon and eggnog and shit.
Right. You made a point in there about the phone, though. And I remember seeing memes about people that's, oh, you have an Android, I can't talk to you. Oh, you have my thing is when fellas listen to advice like that, with the video, what extent, what is the breaking point of the extent you will go to bend over and to change yourself just for the interest of somebody? Like, so he said you have to change your wardrobe. So, if you want to attract her, you gotta, change how you look, your wardrobe. Now you're changing how you talk, you're changing what your place look like. You taking down your Michael Jordan posters and putting something up. I don't know. Like, what's the extent of what you're gonna change?
Well, here, the woman. This is what guys got to understand, and this goes back to a lot of guys have a remedial understanding of attraction. See, this is what I believe happens. You have a lot of nerds. You have a lot of late bloomers. When I say late bloomers, guys who started having sex later in life, probably after they got into their 20s, right? Especially like mid-20s, something like that, or maybe college, latter college years. So now they're kind of getting their feet wet, actually dealing with women, and they watch a little bit of dating advice on the internet, and they think they got it now. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll start giving advice, although I just started fucking 5 years ago. I mean, come on now. But what happens is, this is what guys got to understand. They think that women are one size fits all. And what I mean by that, they think women have just one preference or one type. No. A woman, like I'll use my ex-wife. Again, she was a country chick, right? She dressed like a country chick, listen to country music, right? So she fucking with me. There's nothing about me country, okay? The music, the way I dress, nothing, right? But she's also the same type of chick that's still like white boys, okay? She dated Hispanic guys, right? Who weren't similar to her, right? So what I mean by that is, when it came to the type of men that she entertained, there was a wide spectrum of different types of guys, right? So guys have to understand, when it comes to sexual attraction isn't simply relegated to clothing or attire or musical taste, right? It's simply about a feeling that a woman gets. Like, again, when I met my ex-wife, I didn't know who she was. She stepped to me, right? So it wasn't like, oh, he's the type of guy that would like to ride horses with me. He's the type of guy that would like to do square dancing or a hoedown with a bitch, right? I didn't look like that. It's just when she was in my physical presence, she was feeling it. So she basically was wanting to get with it, right? So I just want guys to understand that when you listen to these goofies on the internet, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But
I want to see the video again. That's hilarious.
All right, we got you. We're good on calls.
Yeah, we're good on calls.
All right, here we
When
go.
you have a minority that wants a 10 out of 10 white girl, what do you say to them?
So the first thing I tell that guy is, number one, be cautious of your look. If you are a black guy and you want a Sally Mae white girl from Texas, you can't have 4 Cuban link chains on, baggy jeans, and like red dreadlocks. You may have to dumb yourself down as far as how you look. Maybe you adopt the cowboy look. Or number 2, location. Just move to that area and be around more of them. If you're in an area where there's like, I don't know, it's 5% white girls, you're probably not gonna meet them. So go to an area. Or 3, for nightlife, drive to that area and go out where they are. You know, if you have a type, you're gonna have to make yourself look like the guys that she already likes.
The worst advice ever, bro.
And he kind of got it wrong. You got to look like the guy that she already likes. What he's really saying is you got to mistakenly. He's saying you got to look like the guy she's already used to. That's what
Exactly.
he's saying mistakenly, not realizing that if you come different, that's what's going to make you stand out, and that's what's going to make her have that attraction for real.
Bro, when I was growing up, opposite attracts was a true line statement that everybody used to say.
It's still true.
That shit is science.
Look,
negative attracts positive. What are we talking about?
Bro, I remember one time I was downtown. I was at because I was on probation. We're not gonna get into all of that, but I was on probation for some shit, right? So I was downtown at the probation.
You were a real street nigga that the white chick you want.
So now I had on a red button-down shirt, sleeves and all of that. I had on some black Italian slacks. I had my shirt tucked in. I had on some black hard bottoms, the black belt matcher. I look like I just got off work. That's exactly what I look like. I look like a nigga that worked for corporate America, right? That's what I was dressed like, because actually I was working for, a financial institution. But that's what I look like, right? So I'm downtown, at the probation office. I'm walking up to the probation office, you know what I'm saying? And the chicks that was outside were hood chicks, hood Mexican chicks, hood white chicks, hood black chicks. Right? They whistling at a nigga like, ooh, right? So I am not dressed like the typical nigga that lives where they live at. Right? I'm not dressed like that, right? But it didn't matter. They were still visually attracted to what they like. Right? Now, hey, look. Look, no, it wasn't like that. I've done some goofy shit, but it wasn't. It wasn't like that. I'm far from a criminal and shit. But my point is that I'm in this area where there's women around that look like hood bitches, that look like they come from the jacks. But again, I'm dressed. Some might say he's dressed like a square, right? But again, you can never tell what a woman likes, right? And I guarantee you, although I was dressed the way I was dressed, and some of them were feeling it, they like niggas that wear wife beaters, basketball shorts, and Jordans, right? So you gotta understand, again, and it goes to what I said earlier, women might have a particular preference, but when it comes to the type of men they deal with, it's usually a wide spectrum of men. It's not just one particular type, but y'all got it.
Yeah, they anybody believe in that video, I want you to go to your local jail and I want you to sit and see who's visiting these people in jail. I want you to sit and see when they have the wedding day. Most jails have, the wedding day where they get married. Just look at the type of women that's marrying some of these dudes that in jail, and look at what they look like. And you're going to realize that dude is not telling you nothing that is true.
You see, I'll say this too. This is an example of how the average man thinks, as far as he's literally trying to blend in. You understand? He's trying to blend in, meaning that he doesn't celebrate his own uniqueness. He doesn't celebrate his masculine identity. He doesn't understand how important it is to stand out from the crowd. Like, he's literally telling you, oh, well, you gotta be a part of the demographic that she's already used to. You can't come out here with red dreads and three gold chain links and all of this other. What? That's exactly what she's looking for, because she never seen that shit before. That's exactly what she's going to be attracted to. That's exactly what she's going to want to talk to, because she's never seen it. So why would I want to dress like something that she's seen her whole life? She might overlook me at that point. If I'm dressed exactly like what she used to, more than likely, she will overlook me, because I'll blend right into her environment. You see what I'm saying? So the average dude don't value himself. Average dude don't value the fact that he's different from other men.
Plus, misrepresenting yourself don't work out in the long run for yourself to begin with anyway.
Well,
why would you want to misrepresent yourself and live basically the way she wants you to instead of the way you want to?
Right.
And it hits everybody. Like, I know y'all remember when the Tupac double disc hit,
Yeah.
I seen more people become thugs in my life at one moment at one time.
Oh yeah.
The most square barest people. Next, you know, wanna wear the they have those wife beaters with the thick lining on them, and everybody was want to walk and talk, and look a certain
bro.
way. You know, thugs was in. You know, if it ain't you, it's not you.
Bro,
why would
look,
you pretend to be somebody else?
Look, let me tell you something. Here in San Antonio, niggas was walking around with their pants leg rolled up with Kangols on, trying to look like LL and shit. Right? So what guys got to understand is, see, how you dress should literally be an extension of your own personal charm, personality, and identity. How you dress. Like, I'll use myself as an example. I don't have one way that I dress, right? I got 3-piece suits on. I got t-shirts and baseball caps. I got basketball shorts. I got Timberland boots. I got hard bottoms. I got Italian slip-ons. I got all types of shit, right? Button-down shirts and shit with Italian slide. I got all of this different type of shit, but all of that is uniquely me. So I can wake up one day and have 3 different outfits on and look like a completely different nigga. But all of those things are uniquely part of me, right? And this is what we got to understand as men. We're multifaceted individuals, right? We're literally, bro, I remember one day, back in the day, not a couple years ago, but several years ago, I'm literally hanging outside of a convenience store talking to some dudes who got brown bags, you know what I'm saying, sipping on some beer, right? So my vernacular, I can talk to them. Those are my people. So I'm loitering on a corner of a fucking convenience store talking to them. At night, I got on a tuxedo at a fucking what do you call it?
Gala?
Masonic, a Masonic joint. I got on a whole tux at a fucking Masonic joint, but earlier in the day, I'm on the street corner, you know what I'm saying, at a convenience store talking to these niggas wearing some basketball shorts, some tennis shoes, and a fucking hat. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, the people at the Masonic joint, if they would have saw me earlier in the day, they would have been like, but all these things are uniquely me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of guys got to understand is I'm not going to change my style of dress to try, and that's the key word, to try and attract a certain type of woman, because that same woman that you think like cowboy shit, she only fuck with niggas that look like street niggas. And here you are, with your cowboy hat on, with your Wranglers and shit, you know what I'm saying, with your boots on and shit, looking all goofy. And not only that, if you try and dress like a quote-unquote cowboy, or you into that shit, anyone that talks to you that literally lived that life, they're going to know that ain't you. Because you don't even listen to that music. You don't know none of the dances. No, you can't do-si-do, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, be yourself. Right, so Dave G with the 10, he says, I'm from the urban inner city of Philly, a section called Frankfurt. I've never been one to adhere to a ninja uniform, so to speak. Being unique in yourself has always been my best option. Yeah, man. Yeah. Straight up and down.
I know a cat used to wear a bow tie, man. That was just his thing. He wear a bow tie. And it was weird, too, because it's like, man, you got a t-shirt on, man. Why are you wearing a bow tie?
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious, man. He used to just rock a bow tie. That was him. He just, hey, I like it. That's what I like. And the thing is that, people are going to tease you and say whatever. But if it's really you, you don't care. It doesn't stop you from nothing. It's just, okay. Right. And now he was just a cat that we know to wear a bow tie. It went from that's weird to, hey, that's just him. And I love hearing that statement when somebody says, hey, that's just him. That person is undeniably being himself. Right. When everybody says, you know what, that's just him. That's just that dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Jay Roman, I knew this guy. His name was Marcel. Right. I was living in England at the time. He wore this Sherlock Holmes hat. Y'all know that Sherlock Holmes joint? The shit that fold up to the top. And look flat. He wore one of them everywhere. Right? But people fucked with him. People liked dude, right? But he had one of them goofy looking hats, so I thought the shit was dorky. But that hat, kind of like the bow tie, it was synonymous with him. It was synonymous with his own identity, his own charm and unique personality. So people didn't judge him for that. And there was this other dude, Paul, his name was Paul. He used to always dress up. Always, you never saw him in no jeans. He always dressed up and he carried an umbrella that looked like a walking cane.
Wow.
Right? Always sharp, right? But that was unique to him. And although, guys would be like, man, I ain't wearing all that shit. But that was him though, right? So people respected the fact that he had his own brand, if you will, based on how he dressed, because he dressed in the same attire, not the same clothes, but the same type of dressy type of get up. That was his shit, right? So a lot of guys, you have to get to the point of where you recognize and realize who you are, you embrace it, and make sure that when you present yourself to the public, you are embracing your own identity and you're being authentic in the way that you embrace it.
Right. Facts. Yep. And that authenticity just, it just reinforces how specific you are. And guys, you got to understand how powerful that is, man. You got to understand how powerful that is. You got to understand how, that's why people have, that's why they call them collector's items, right? That's why paintings cost so much fucking money. You understand? And I'm not saying that to say that there's a price on your identity as a man. What I'm saying is that you have to understand the idea of things being valuable because they're so rare, right? And when you realize that you are you and you're the only one like you on this planet out of 8 billion people, you got to understand the power of that. So why the fuck would I ever want to fit in or try to look like anybody else or try to wear the uniform of whatever a bitch is used to just to try to attract a bitch? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I'm looking for a bitch that thinks outside the box anyway. Because if you on the internet, why, like you on the internet, you really want to get with a chick that's thinking like 90% of the broads you see on the internet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want a woman that's going to think outside the box. You want a woman that's going to appreciate you because you're specific, because you're unique, because you're rare. And that's why you be who you be, so you can get the real experience of your own fucking life instead of trying to be like other people. Anyway, we got 832. You are on the Manhood is a Skill Set show with your host K Zaggin. We also got J Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yo, this Bruce 42 out of Houston. What up, Miles? J Roman, Zach. Peace.
What up? What's going on?
H-Town in the house. What up?
Oh man, no doubt. I just wanted to say, man, y'all dropping some real shit as far as standing out versus trying to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to share my own receipt on y'all's topic. So back in the day, I grew up in Los Angeles. So the young nigga uniform when I was growing up was a pair of Chuck Taylors, some Levi's jeans, a white tee, and you might rock a baseball cap with it, right? And so that's how I was dressing in the day. But I used to fuck with this Mexican broad, one of them gothic chicks, wear all black fingernail paint. Her pants is hella big, got rips and holes and chains.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know.
What's that damn rock band? Slipknot.
Oh yeah.
Slipknot t-shirts. She got green and pink streaks in her hair before that shit was even popular, right?
Damn, nigga, you was
her
all
absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm versatile with it, brother. You know how we do.
I like it. I like that versatile. I like that shit.
Yeah, yes it did. And so me and her had absolutely, for the most part, nothing in common. But she genuinely liked me, and I genuinely like her, and we never had no type of drama, no type of problems, issues, and nothing. Everything was cool because I wouldn't change it for her, she wouldn't change it for me, and the shit was lovely. So I just wanted to say, especially for you young cats that's listening, because y'all are super impressionable these days.
Right.
If you just be you, as the Real Game No Theory panel teaches y'all, right, you're going to get them women that's meant for you to have, and your situations will be of a much higher quality, even though you might get less quantity, but your quality will be way better. And I promise you, y'all, it's the shit.
Facts. Real talk.
There you go. That's facts.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the call, man.
And I know when it comes to fashion, right?
But real quick, what happened to the Gothic chick?
I moved to Atlanta when I was about 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
And so she stayed back in Cali. And that was, hey, if y'all, for whoever listening, y'all want to know about Gothic chicks, man, they freaks, man. I love them.
I believe it. I believe they some freaks.
Yeah.
All right, caller.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
We appreciate the support, bro. Thanks for calling the show. Thanks for the story. All right, man. Take it easy. All right, so we got 330-330. You're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host, K Zaggin. We also have J. Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's up, panel? Mr. Kime from Canton, Ohio.
William Kime in the building.
What up? What up? The horse whisperer. What's good with you, man?
I had to call in. That was funny what K-Sack was saying there about the whole cowboy boots and all that stuff. I was laughing about it. Hold on one. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, I was just calling in. I'm out here, just doing the Lord's work, but out here in Pennsylvania, and I'm listening in on my drive back. But I literally just jumped on, and I figured I'd give you guys a call since I'm out here on the open highway.
Yep.
Just wanted to call in quick. I got a little story about something that happened last weekend where it was a sister from Philadelphia, 6 hours away. She's from 6 hours away. She was on her way from Texas. I'm sorry if I'm getting interrupted. I got a call coming in, but I'm gonna ignore that call. But she was on her way from dropping her daughter off in Texas, and she was out in Kentucky. I don't know how we had started. We started talking on I don't know, a dating site, maybe Facebook Messenger or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she had my number. I always told her because she was like, "I'll come to Ohio. I'll come out to see you." She's in Kentucky, like 7 hours away. Saturday. Anyway, I'll fast forward to Sunday afternoon. I had it set up where she had a 2-hour time frame to be a block from my house. Okay, she's on her way from Texas, headed to Philadelphia. She met me exactly where I told her to meet me. We had a great time. First date situation. We went home. We ended up smashing, and then she got on the road and drove back to Philadelphia.
There you go.
Like
my man, Kime, he catching them like a fucking spider's web.
Cooperation at its finest.
Right, and I believe I was wearing Wranglers for the time she was there at the horse barn because she met me at a spot up the road. We went back to the horse. I showed her the horses and stuff. Ended up going to my house, smashing, and all's good. I don't understand why people like. Do I go out intentionally dressing with a cowboy hat and go to a nightclub somewhere? No, I ain't gonna do that kind of crap, right? But if there's a horse show going on and there's an after party with where there's a bunch of horse people, who gives a crap, right?
Right.
Anyway, also I wanted to tell you guys I became a full-time dad here the past couple of weeks, so I've been a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Good.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Congrats.
All right, good for you, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish it was under better conditions, but it is what it is. It's like I probably because of what happened and having kids with the wrong person that I should have vetted better.
Right.
It's kind of why I'm listening to you guys and why you guys have so much game and so much wisdom to teach us. It doesn't matter where you're from. Whether you're from what's the one guy from New York City? What the hell is his name?
Well, Lucario.
He always calls in.
Oh, Ready Rock.
Yeah, Lucario too. But I'm talking one of the
Ready Rock.
callers.
Ready Rock.
Ready Rock. Yeah, Ready Rock. Yeah.
Are you not with the woman anymore?
Neighborhood. So, like, from all different backgrounds, I just really, I just love it how much culture you guys bring together.
Right.
Appreciate that.
Hey, Kime, are you not with the woman anymore, William?
No. We split up 6 years ago when my daughter was about a year old, and I saw the writing on the wall And I was like, I'm out, but I'm going to be the best dad that I can be.
Right. And then you just had another one with her?
What's up?
You just had another kid with her?
No, he's saying he became full-time.
Custody.
Oh, custody.
I
okay.
have custody. I have custody of her older son. My son that's 9 years old is not my biological son. I took her to court and got custody of him too.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
She must be a horrible person if the court awarded you the custody of her own child and shit.
Or maybe he's just the best one. So
no. I mean that too, but what I'm saying is courts typically they fight tooth and nail to keep the children with the mother and shit. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it was that's like I said, it's not a good situation because there's some things that happened with the mother, and she got caught up in the wrong crowd, which I'm not gonna go into. But basically, at this point, she has zero. Like, she's not even allowed to see her kids.
But it's about to be a good situation because
it was pretty bad.
It's about to be a good situation because like anybody with kids, they go first. You know what I'm saying? You put your kids first, and you push them to be better than yourself, and you give them the lessons, and you go from there. You just do your best, and I think that's it.
Absolutely. I mean, like my 7-year-old daughter is a freaking rock star in the equine world, like with the horses and stuff. Like she's like a little mini me, and she's better than 90% of adults that ride horses.
Wow.
And she's 7 years old.
Wow, that's what's up. See,
nice.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good parenting right there. That's a good pops right there.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. Anyway, I don't want to take any more of you guys' time out here. I'm out here on the highway right now, but I'm also driving an F-550 truck pulling a horse trailer, so I'm allowed to wear a cowboy hat there, Mr. Sacken.
Hey, dude. Hey. Yeah. Oh, giddy up. Yeah.
Yeehaw. All right, Kime. Hey, Kime. Hey, Kime, listen, man, congratulations to you for getting the custody, man. Do those kids, do right by those kids. Continue doing what you're doing. And we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for supporting the show, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, take it easy, man.
Peace,
Manhood is a skill set, man. My man just got full custody, nigga. Got custody of the non-biological too, nigga. God damn.
Stepping up. I like that.
There you go. All right, so we got some questions. We good on calls, right, Miles?
Hey, what's wrong? Did I miss about something going on with a cowboy hat? What's wrong with the cowboy hat?
Oh
no. I was talking about my ex-wife was my first ex-wife. She was white chick, blonde hair, green eyes. She was a country chick, so that's what she wore.
Yeah. Okay.
That, right? Yeah, she was a straight up. We had nothing in common outside of the fact that there was mutual attraction there. Right. That's why when guys be looking, you got to have movies in common. We didn't have no movies in common, no music in common, none of that type of shit. Right. But we fuck with each other heavy. So I just want guys to understand that don't let society fool you when they tell you that you got to conform or you got to make accommodations or concessional. You got to compromise yourself to fit into this little box to attract certain people. No, you don't. Be yourself. You will be amazed and surprised who's fucking with you. Right?
You know it's crazy that even that dude on the video, right? He's gonna get somebody to conform to dress a certain way to attract her, and maybe it works. And then when that woman goes off and something happened and cheats with a guy that originally looked like him, just think how stupid that dude would feel.
Exactly.
Like this is it. I'm telling you guys. Let's take fashion for example. We clothing and dressing a certain way. Fashion changes over time. And things get where people say outdated, like, oh, why are you wearing that? That's outdated. And, hey, we don't rock that no more and whatever. And I will tell you this. Yeah, it's nice to look nice. However, looking nice don't mean you follow every trend. And I think for men, we don't follow every trend to begin with in the first place.
Oh, I follow no trend.
We don't get trendsetted by no society. We know what looks good on us, and that's what you rock, period. The thing is, you keep it looking nice. And you keep it your style. So rock what you want to rock. I don't care about a trend about it. I still got my pea coat that I rock to this day. Pea coats used to be in back in the day, boy. You go outside with the jeans, the pea coat, you know, you know what? I still got mine. I like the way it look on me. If I want to rock it, that's when I want to rock. It don't matter what nobody else is saying. But the thing is, it's not ripped up, it's not holy, it's not dingy, it ain't faded. So understand, clothing, yes, it matters as long as it's clean, but not trendy all the time.
Right.
Well, yeah, and my thing is just wear shit that's in good repair. You know what I'm saying? Have some pride about your look. Like I don't put on wrinkled shit and go out in public, bro. That's not gonna happen. Right. So and I coordinate shit matches. Like but that's for me though. Right? Because when I look in the mirror, I like to say, damn, you fresh as fuck today. You know what I'm saying? Go outside and go conquer some shit. Right? Mm-hmm. But that's for me though. You know what I'm saying? And whatever bitch want to be conquered, she about to be conquered. But I'm not out here saying, bro, I've never even had in my mind that I'm looking for a particular woman that looks a certain way. I've never even looked at it that seriously. Right? I'm just out here doing me. And if something happens to come across my line of sight and I like what I'm saying, I'm a holler at it. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't care if she got on a pantsuit. Like it don't even matter. Like if I'm feeling what I'm looking at, I'm gonna go holler at it. I'm not thinking to myself, am I dressed a certain way that would be appeasing to her? I don't know her. Not only do I not know what she likes or what she's into, I don't give a fuck. Like even in a video, he said, you know, do you dress or look like a woman she might be into, a man that she might be into? You don't know what she's into, right? Yeah. You're falsely looking at her attire, and you're making an assumption as to the type of guy that she might like. Like back to the Oklahoma story, when me and the homie, you know, we was in Oklahoma with these, you know, thug-looking niggas, and there was a group of white chicks sitting at the table. They look like the all-American girl next door, the prototypical white chicks from middle class, upper middle class. We're thinking they're going to be into us because we're the black version of that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least we look like that based on how we're dressed at the time. But they told us we weren't street enough for them, that they wanted these young gangbanging, thug-looking niggas, right? So everybody's assuming the wrong thing. We're looking at how people are dressed, and we're assuming that how we're dressed is either to their liking or not to their liking. You have no fucking idea what that woman is into.
Right.
Until you go talk to her. Right. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna find out is whether or not she's into you or not. Right. But come on, man. Like we gotta stop assuming and stop having these thoughts of I wonder what she is into. I wonder if she would like my style. Fuck if she like it. Fuck if she don't. Just go talk to the bitch. If she's with it, cool. If she's not, it's cool. But we got a question here. We good on calls, right, Miles?
Yeah, we're good on calls.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get to these questions. So Dukaluk says, I used to say to women that I'm not going to tell you what I want to do with you now, with a dominant tone. Women, okay, let me read it again. I used to say to women that I'm not going to tell you what I want to do with you now with a dominant tone. Why would you tell women that? Like, why would you tell women I'm not going to? Yeah, why would you tell women I'm not going to tell you what I want to do with you now?
Like, I need more surrounding.
Yeah, because I'm not. Because you could have misworded it. Because like why? Nah, bro, I'm gonna tell women exactly what I'm gonna do, and exactly what I need them to do, or my requirements. So when you say I used to say to women that I'm not going to tell you what I want to do with you now, like. Dukaluk, if you still here, rephrase your question.
Are you building it up? Or are you like, you know, what's why?
Yeah. We either call in or give us a little bit more because it's kind of confusing what you're asking. I'm not sure. All right, so let's move on to Joe Blast. How did you get to the point?
Before you hit that one up, before we go a little further than the clothing, I want to say that. I never seen this dude Miles without a suit on. Right? I just never seen Miles without a suit on.
You talking about in person, face to face?
Yeah, in person. I never seen him without a suit on.
Right.
I've never seen Zach with a suit on. You know, so there is no game uniform besides, having game. And it doesn't, it's not a cookie cutter thing.
Right.
And you should have seen the way we was walking out the hotel in Miami, all dressed differently, but all walking like there's a slow-mo, like we just the flyest thing walking out the hotel, right? And we're all looking different.
Mhm.
There is no one that thought the next one was flyer. Like, you know what you got on, dog? I wish I had what you had on. Ain't nobody said that. We walked out like, hey, I'm ready to go. Like, let's go. Whatever I got on. So, I mean, fellas, just understanding you are your promoter. You are your brand.
Facts.
You are, and that brand is individually you. And nobody can promote that better than you by you being true to whatever you want you to be.
Right.
The only thing is that a lot of times the desperation and the neediness seeks in, and you try to turn yourself for somebody else. And when you go from really representing you, it's always going to go bad. Maybe not now. A lot of you guys take the success of immediate and don't realize down the long run, it ain't going to really work for you. So yeah, maybe you get a date. Now you dress like, cowboy. You got the hat. Excuse me, ma'am. He's oh, okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, you go out on a date. You go out on a date, and then a word kind of comes in.
Okay, hold on. Jay Roman, hold on real quick. Say, don't be mentioning any other YouTubers in here. I don't give a fuck what these niggas are saying. Let me delete that shit right the fuck now.
Who said that? Who?
He said this dude named Cammy and shit.
Cammy? Oh.
Yeah, I just deleted it.
Okay,
but he's talking about the YouTuber. He said this. What are y'all? I don't give a fuck what these goofy niggas say. Yeah. And I said it. See, some people gonna be like, hey, well, I'm not talking about the person. These niggas is goofy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what these goofy niggas got to say. But get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
So Joe Black says, how did you get to the point where you love yourself more than a woman could love you? Since I came out of my mother's womb. It might sound like I'm being facetious, but there was never a time where I didn't feel that way.
Right.
There was never a time where I didn't feel that way. Right. I've always loved myself. I was never that guy that had low self-esteem or was insecure or lacked confidence. I was never that guy. Right. So, and if I was, I don't remember. Maybe when I was like 5 or 6 or something, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't confident that I could pop a willy or something. But as far as like dealing with females, I was never that guy that looked at myself as less than. I never, ever. I can't recall that. So when you say, how did you get to the point where you love yourself more than a woman ever could? I've always loved myself. There was never been a time where I didn't. But
it's Blast is like one of them things, man. Like, I don't know. You just gotta. How do you get to the point? Well, first of all, I say gratitude. But for a lot of us, it's like it's there early. You just kind of have that level of self-love, self-respect, self-appreciation. But if you don't have it at this point, you gotta focus on gratitude, man. Gotta focus on being grateful for yourself, being grateful for all the things that you do for yourself on a daily basis, the decisions that you make. You gotta love yourself, man. You gotta look in the mirror and really love yourself, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you, and you can't be looking for no woman to do it, bro. You can't be looking for no woman to do it. I said it on the show earlier with Lucario. Shout out to Lucario, and go check out that show. It's a dope show, actually. But, a woman, like even a woman who loves you, right? She doesn't really care what you got to go through to make it happen. You understand? Mm-hmm. Women don't give a fuck what you got to go through to make it happen. They really care that you make it happen.
Facts.
That's what they really care about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say nothing bad about women, but that's just the truth of the matter. So you got to understand that ain't nobody going to love you like you, bro. Nobody. Yeah. Because a woman might appreciate what you do for her and she'll tell you, hey, I love you and blah, blah, blah. But trust me, at the end of the day, remember, you're expendable. When the ship is going down, she's getting in the lifeboat with the kids and she's leaving you, as she rightfully should. Don't nobody look, man. If you don't give a fuck about you, trust me, nobody will. Nobody. Your mother, you're not even your fucking mother. I'm telling you, there's not one woman on this planet, not one person on this planet that can love you more than you. Trust me. And once you, that's the only thing you have to realize in this world, bro, before you die. That's the only thing you got to realize. If you're looking for somebody else to love you, bro, man, you're gonna be searching forever. That person is in the mirror every time, every day. That's it.
I think this is like on the. It's not the beginning of the list. It's like just a bullet point on the list of leadership. Like we got to teach leadership all the way through on everything. So you have to take the lead and teach them how to love. Right? We lead on everything. It's easier to love somebody that really loves themselves. You know how hard it is to love somebody that don't love themselves? That where you always got to encourage them, and you look all right, you look good, don't worry. Like it's taxing. It's hard because now you can't even concentrate on yourself. You more concentrated on them because they don't love themselves, and so you got to worry about them and help them and push them up and all this stuff. It's easy for somebody to love somebody to step out the door and say, "Hey, I look good, don't I? Looking fresh." They might be like, "You're so arrogant," but yeah, they like that. It's a happy feeling because when they get dressed and they look in the mirror, they say, "You know what? I look good. I look fresh. Hey, baby, how I look? Hey, you look good. You look fresh too." You have to lead in all regards, even when it comes to this regard. So you say love yourself more than a woman could love you. Yeah, because you're leading and you're teaching her how to love. Yeah, you should love me because I love myself even more than that. And I think for me, there was things I did I was younger that I didn't know was on the lines of loving myself, but just the attitude I had toward myself. I'd never looked at myself down. I was walking around with pro wings. Y'all don't even understand pro wings.
Pro
And
wings.
Anybody remember pro wings?
Yeah.
I was walking around with pro wings. I mean, I couldn't, when people were playing the dozens, I knew I could only play the dozens to so far because sooner or later, the wings were going to get mentioned. Right. So, they were like, hey, I remember one time we was in the group, we was talking, "Hey man, your head so big," and da 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 da. And dude, he was like, "Yo, on me." Dude was quick, witty. I wasn't so witty. I'd be like, "Hey, let's meet, let's fight." That was my end zone. Like, "Hey, let's just go to fight."
He just want to be violent, bro.
Yeah.
No, Steve, hold on. See, this DMV shit. I was just about to say that. Bobos. Here's the song people would say when they was making fun of you. Bobos, they make your feet feel fine. Bobos, $1.99. That was the song. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so they would call them Bobos. They would laugh at you. They would sing that song and shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, let's just cut to the chase. Let's just fight." Right? Because somebody gonna say something, But so that night, I remember that night, I sat and I thought about something to say. And the night before, so when I went to school, I was ready for anybody, right? And so this dude, we went to go talking about each other. He started it up. And then I said something slick and I was like, "Hey man," he was like, "What?" I said, "You know what? I didn't stutter." He was like, "Nah, but you slurred." Right. And that was the first hit that everybody was like, "Ooh." And then in the middle of him talking about me, he started flapping his arms like this. Right. And I didn't know what he was doing yet. He was just flapping. Right. And he said, "Hey, man, don't get too mad. You could always just fly away." Right. And then he pointed at the wings, the pro wings. Bow. And everybody was out. And I'll say, "Hey, man, hey, let's go to the bleachers, dog. Like, let's let's go to the bleachers, man." That's it. Later, he was like, "Oh man, I'm just I'm playing. And it was all good. But the thing is, like, I never had that attitude about myself that I was lacking in any way. And that helped me throughout all the years to be like, I'm cool. Like, ain't nobody really got me like that. I got myself. So, you got to get that mentality about yourself that, hey, I'm so cool with myself. It don't matter. There's times you go and you walk up to you ever go to a club in a fit that this really ain't, but you still holler like, you know what? I got off of work. I don't even care. I'm looking bummy. What up? So that's the attitude. You just gotta, hey, I don't care.
There you go.
You know, love yourself.
All right, so let's get to we good on calls right now. I'm about to hop to the next question.
Yeah, we good on calls. Yeah.
All right, so O says if your girl leaves you, is the rule of the game to never take her back as your girlfriend again. So let me say this, okay? And I talk about this all the time, and I tell you guys to stop recycling women. Stop recycling women. Here's the thing: the only time you should ever consider dealing with a woman from your past, whether it was a casual sex experience or an ex, is if the breakup or the split up was amicable, meaning there was no disrespect. If the relationship was toxic, if there was any disrespect, any drama, don't fuck with them chicks ever again. And let me tell you why. So for any of you guys, if you've been in a relationship and a woman called you a bitch, she said you weren't shit, she called you out your name, she treated you like you were less than, she will never look at you any different than that guy. I don't care if it's 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years later, you're still that guy that she called the bitch. You're still him. So even if you mature, grow, and evolve, and you're not that same guy, she can never look at you as the new person. She will look at you as the old guy, the bitch, the guy that wasn't shit. She will look at you as that. So even in the beginning, if it's kind of cool, give it a couple of weeks, a month, and she's going to revert back to treating you like that old guy. And that's the problem. When people take people back, y'all usually pick up where you left off. There's no real true newness to it. It's just old shit. What y'all got?
Real talk.
I say never go back. Once it's done, it's done. Yeah, it's done. And even if we were ended on cool terms, the fact that you didn't fight for me, I feel like you didn't like me enough. So I'm already done. Like as soon as we break up, if I don't get a call on the way home saying I really don't want to do this, please take me back. If I don't get that, you didn't really like me in the first place. If we really, cool, really you say, you know what, we should break up. Yeah, you know, we had a good run. I'm never coming back.
Jay Roman, I'm talking about along the lines of, say, like you guys are in your 20s, y'all in college, y'all about to graduate, y'all been dealing with each other, but y'all are going to end up moving to completely different opposite ends of the United States, and y'all just, that long distance shit ain't gonna work. I'm talking about more along those lines, right? Where it's like, hey, you know what? You know, maybe later in life we can catch up, but obviously we're going on two separate journeys. You know, good luck to you. And maybe a couple years later, y'all just run into each other. I'm talking more along something like that.
Hey, if you didn't move for me and you chose you, we done. Like, I don't, this is over. We could be cool. We can go eat, you know, catch up. We can go out and eat some lunch, you know, something like that. But this is done. We'll never be back together because, you know, you got to feel it then in the moment. So
see,
that's me. That's me.
I say it like I say they can't come back in the same capacity. That's what I say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And for the most part, what I mean is that for the most part, what I'm with Jay Roman to the point where it's like majority of the time you ain't never gonna take him back. Like it ain't never gonna happen again. But what I mean is that if it's like a mixture, because if it's amicable, K-Zag, if it's amicable, she could only come back in a diminished capacity. Meaning, if she was my girl and then she left, she could never come back as my girl. She could only come back as like a, you know, a quick smash here and there just to just to pass the time because we familiar and we know it's good. We could do that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? But you can never come back to the same position you was in, like
or a higher position.
Or a higher position, exactly.
And what I mean by that, if a woman was a fuck buddy, because I got clients that ask me, should I take her out on a date? I'm like, why would you do that? The last time y'all were dealing with each other, y'all were just fucking. So why would you all of a sudden just roll out the red carpet and start dating her?
Exactly.
No. So, and to your point, Miles, and I agree, even if it was amicable, if you guys were in a relationship or you were serious enough to explore that, she can't come back in that same role or same capacity. She has to come back from the very, very beginning, the entry level position as a fuck buddy. Or maybe not even as a fuck buddy, maybe just as a booty call chick. Maybe I might fuck her once every couple months, once every 30 days, right? So the fuck buddy, that's to me, I look at that as there's some a regularity to when you see each other, some frequency. Maybe once a month, 2 or 3 times a month. There's some kind of regularity to it. But to me, like a booty call is, I might not hit it for 6 months, and I might hit it again. I might not hit it for 2 more months, right? But my point is, she can never come back in the same role. No. But let's move on to the next joint.
Yeah, you can't. Because you know what it is for me too?
Yeah.
Is that you was out there living life, experimenting and enjoying it and comparing, and you say, you know what? Jay Roman is just way better for me. Well, you should have known that back then. So you should have known it then in the moment. So I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Well, let's get to the next joint. So he says, so basically it's be yourself, the best version of yourself, play the number game, and you'll have whatever type of woman you're trying to pursue. Bro, guys. When you deal with women strictly on your terms, when you get some ism about you, when you get some of this game up in you, right? And when you deal with women strictly on your terms, you always present the most sincere, genuine, authentic version of yourself. You're gonna encounter women who want to fuck with you on the strength of you, right? Period. You're gonna find that, right? It's not hard. The problem is y'all want women who don't want y'all, and y'all trying to convince women to want y'all. So when you talk about pursuing women, right, all you're really doing is, if you see something you like, now Jacoby, pay attention to what I'm saying. If you see something you like, I like the way she looks. She does it for me, right? All you do is you introduce yourself to that woman and you give her an opportunity, right? You basically give her, you extend an invite. I'm giving you an invite to come into my life. I'm giving you an invite. I'm giving you an opportunity. So as long as she's doing what's required of her, then you're good. But if you got to jump through hoops, if you got to make accommodations, if you got to make concessions, if you got to compromise and make sacrifices to get the bitch to come aboard, she ain't for you. But y'all got it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Zach. Just like who you like who like you that you like. And before I used to say like who like you, but I added that you like, because it's not that you're just sitting there waiting for somebody to like you. Is to say, hey, I gotta look at you and say, you know what, this is somebody I could mess with. No matter if you like me or not. And I think more dudes need to learn how to be discerning when it comes to who they allow in their world.
Facts. 910, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host, Kay Zaggin, and we also have Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
I'm Maurice. I'm 21. I'm in Houston.
All right. What's going on, bro?
Fellas?
What's up?
What up?
I got a quick question, man. So what should your mindset be when it comes to having game? Like, what is y'all mindset, behind this game theory?
Did you say game theory?
I mean, like real game. Like, what is a man with real game mindset?
Mindset in pertaining to what, bro? Is a very large topic. So what do you mean? What are you talking about?
I guess about yourself and about how you carry yourself, talking to women, just living.
You're saying a lot. Talking to women, how you carry yourself, just living. What are you really trying to say, bro? What are you talking about?
Like, cause I heard Zach say one time, like, your mouthpiece is connected to your mindset.
Okay.
So I just want to know, like, what type of mindset should somebody with game have?
Okay, so let me answer the question this way, right? And shout out to Miles with the masculine identity. First of all, every single man, every single person, man or woman, but we're talking about you men, every single man should be striving to find out who he is. Who are you? Right? Who are you? Who are you really? Right? Your identity. Right? The problem with a lot of guys is they don't know who they are. They're very flexible and are easily influenced by outside entities. So a lot of guys walk around aimlessly trying to conform, depending on who they're around, right? It's one thing to conform at work, right? It's one thing to do because you fucking with the money. But people try to conform in their personal life. You should never conform in your personal life. You know, your romantic or dating life, love life, whatever you want to call it. You should never conform. But a lot of guys, they conform. And the reason why they conform when it comes to women, because they don't know who they are. And another part of the equation is they're not comfortable with who they are, right? And or they don't like who they are. Once you actually find out who you are, and you can present that to the world, like this is who I am. Fuck who like it. Fuck who don't like it. This is who I am. I'm not changing for nobody. I'm not going to be flexible for nobody, right? Then at that juncture, right? At that juncture, you're going to understand exactly how you should conduct yourself based on your identity. So when I say the mouthpiece is part of your identity, that's unique to your own personality and charm, but that's rooted in your identity, though, right? The problem with the average guy, when they talk about how do I get a mouthpiece, they don't want to learn how to speak to women based on who they are. They want to learn how to speak to women based on them trying to convince the women to fuck them, because they're so caught up in trying to secure or acquire the woman, they don't understand that your identity is part of the equation.
Yep. Right. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I like to use
I'm sorry that I couldn't really. I'm sorry about not being able to articulate the question because it's a hard question. But
I look at it like this, Maurice. I look at it like this. That do you watch Star Wars?
Nah, I never got into that.
Okay. Well, in Star Wars, there's these guys, the characters of the Jedi, right? The Jedi is a pretty powerful being, and they have this thing called the Force about themselves. So to me, when you are a man and you know your identity, it's kind of like that Jedi being about yourself, and the Force is the communication of your manhood. So to me, when you're able to be that identity, be that man, and communicate it in all sorts of areas, not just verbally, but just the aura about yourself and the way you carry yourself, the way you handle things at work, situations, girlfriends, people you meet, at a restaurant, anything, the way you communicate who you are matters. And that's all done with a certain amount of confidence. And so if anything, you have to be very confident about who you are, what you like, and how you go about life. Unapologetically confident about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna go from there. So
So it's not basically, like when it comes to talking to women, it's not about not saying the wrong thing or how to say the right thing. What is it basically about when it comes to communicating with women and talking to women?
Man, get some coaching, man. Get some damn coaching. That's what you really got to do. Because you trying to ask us, 25 years of information in one phone call, and it's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen like that. You're not gonna get all that you need just from this. How long you been watching us?
Probably about a couple months.
Yeah, you just came over here because you trying to get pussy. You don't know nothing about the game, bro. Nothing. And I'm not saying that to be I'm not saying that to be discouraging, but it's like you don't know what you don't know. Like there's so much food in the fridge, and all you really trying to do is get water out the little spigot in the front. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, you can assume that, but I wasn't.
Bro, I'm not assuming nothing, bro. I'm not assuming nothing. I could tell based on your questions that you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't have the humility to understand that, then you probably shouldn't be here.
Okay.
Because if you can't be humble for me to explain this shit to you, then it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much for you because your ego is gonna stop you from being able to receive the information. I'll tell you that shit right now. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Because you talking about, oh, well, when you talking to women, what kind of mindset should you have? Should you be, is it about the first thing I'll tell you is it's not about the woman.
Right.
What would be your response to that?
Well, the reason I asked that is because, like, before I started watching y'all, I used to like listening to pimps and stuff and how they talk to women, and they would say some of the dopest things, and I used to wonder, like, dang, how did they come up with that? Like, where does that come from? Basically, so I mean, it had nothing to do with pussy. I just like, a smooth talker.
See, caller, right there. See, you're moved by the words, but you don't understand that the words that are coming from his mouth is coming from his mind. It's coming from who he is as a person. See, and what happens is guys hear these words and they're like, oh, I want to be able to speak smooth like that to women, and then they try and emulate that, but the shit don't really hit on nothing. Because women, guys, women are not dumb. When you say things to women, women can tell if you are about that life or not, or if you're just saying shit because you think it sounds cool.
Right.
Women can tell. But go ahead.
They can definitely tell.
I think you hit on a great point, Zach, when you say you're trying to emulate how he speaks and not the mindset he has to say what he says.
Right.
And when you understand the mindset, see, that's the thing that Miles is trying to tell you, is that the way you're going about answering and asking your question is letting us already know where you're at in your mindset. You like the way he speaks to women, how smooth it was, how clever it was. But you're looking at the words and the way and what he's saying instead of the mindset that he has to say it. And once you figure out the type of mindset he has to say it, you will understand that it's an individual thing, and he's just conveying what his mindset to him is. And it's going to be different than what you're going to say. Because you can say the same words and it's not going to come out the same.
Yeah, I know that, but that's why I was asking, like, what type of mindset should I have to, become my own version of that? Like, not to be like him, but
that's why Miles said you got to get some coaching, man. Because that's nothing that nobody can answer just right now, that you're going to take and run with it and then just have the mindset.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. I just at least I called in,
No. It's all good, bro. It's all good, bro.
Don't take it negative.
It's all good. But you see, the thing is that you're trying to pick up all of the ingredients for Thanksgiving dinner at the fucking 7-Eleven. It's you can't just pick it up on the way home, bro. You just can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's what it sounds like you're trying to do right now, where it's like, well, what kind of mindset should I have? First of all, you got to develop your own identity. And then you got to learn this information, and then you got to internalize it, and then you have to figure out your own path. That's the whole key. We can't tell you what it is.
Right.
That's the part that you're not getting, bro. You think the pimp just like listened to a fucking 2-hour show on YouTube and then just jumped out on the street with a purple fucking suit on and just started saying all this cool shit to the bitches just like that? Is that what you think?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Y'all niggas, you know what it is? It's like y'all don't know how heavy and universal the game is. So you really just think, oh yeah, let me just call these niggas up and ask them a quick question, and they could just lay all the game on me, and I'll just take that and run with it. It don't work that way, bro.
Yeah. I think the thing with me is just, with the technology and stuff, the social media and everything, made it harder for us to have time to really focus on ourselves, because we was always.
No.
Do you think that, or you heard that before? Do you really think that, or have you heard that from somebody?
I never like, just like indulging in, everything outside of you instead of just sitting back and try to find out who you are.
That's you though. Don't say we, say me. Say me. Say it made it hard for me. Because now what you're doing is you're projecting your own inadequacies on everybody else. No, it's you, bro.
See, and I hate this moment right here, because I'm big. If you know the problem, if you recognize it, then nobody can help fix it but you. So for you to say, you know what, the thing that messes me up is social media, because I think about talking to women, but I never actually go outside and talk to women. So if that's the situation, then what's your quickest fix?
I think I just need to just, go ahead and get coaching and just just stop, everything, outside of myself and just really know who I am.
Biggest fix
and
would
how
be to
old
go
are you
talk
again?
to women. 21.
You 20 or you say you 20 something? What are you?
I'm 21.
You 21. Yeah, and on top of that, you super young, bro. You need it's a lot of this game comes with experience as well. So you being so young, there's a lot of shit that you're not gonna understand, even if we tell you. You got to experience it for yourself too. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
And I'll tell you right now, nobody's gonna give you game. You got to go get it. You got to go learn it. You got to experience it. Like Miles saying, a lot of you guys want stuff given because this is the given society right now.
Yeah, facts.
But you got to work it. You got to work at it. You gotta say hello 1,000 different ways to understand how your hello works.
Well, also what they want to do is they want to listen to different people, and they want to string shit together like they're making a fucking quilt, right? And all you're doing is you're mixing oil and water, right? You got to remember, there might be some similarities to some of the shit that we say, but Jay Roman is a completely different person than Miles, and Miles is a completely different person than me, and vice versa, right? We're not the same niggas, right? If a woman dealt with all three of us, she would get a completely different experience, period, right? Because we're three different men. So again, there might be some things we agree on, there might be some similarities, but when you break it down at its core, we are three different men. Right. So when you're listening to what we're saying, although there might be similarities to certain points that we're making because we agree on it, we're three different men. Right. So you're listening to different things from three completely different individuals, and you're trying to put that shit together like you're making a quilt, and it's not going to go together. Right. This is why, like, if you're getting coaching from Miles, and then you call me a couple of days later to get coaching from me, you're really kind of fucking yourself up and undoing everything that Miles is teaching you. What y'all got about?
Gotcha. That's all I wanted, man. I just,
keep watching. You only been watching for a couple of months, and you're only 21, so you mad young, bro. Keep watching, bro. Keep watching. Keep soaking in the game. Meditate on it. Experience life, and it'll your eyes will open up one day. All right.
Are you going to school? Are you in school? What you doing with your life? You're 21 now. What you doing with your life?
I'm just working. I want to be a police officer, but I'm just working right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to school. I'm not sure what to go to school for yet.
So listen. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Then I'm gonna tell you what to do. You can, at the age of 21, go ahead and go apply. At the same time, you want to take, some classes, some courses in college, because most agencies, you can get a pay increase from having your degrees and stuff like that. You want to take criminal justice and things like that, but go apply now. You don't have to wait. So when you say try, I don't understand try. Just go ahead and apply.
Yeah, I'm an armed security officer right now, and I like, it's all law enforcement type of stuff. So, that's what I want to do in my life, police or something like that.
So I want you to hear this. Go apply. You're 21 years old. You're of age. Go apply. Start it now, so you can get that getting there at a good benefit range, and so you can retire at 55 and go on and do something different. But you gotta go apply. I don't know what you're waiting for.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, get some coach. If you want to hit up Jay Roman for that, he can give you some more details.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Take it easy.
Peace.
You too.
All right. So we got a question right here. We got to fight through these questions too. So he says, so for example, if I wanted a Latina as a black man, I would be considered simping if I decided to improve my Spanish to speak to them.
I'll take this one. I can see it in your voice. I can see it in both of y'all. Both of y'all is like, what type? Yes, it would be considered sipping if you only learned Spanish to speak to Latino women. But if you learned Spanish to speak and be bilingual to help you out in all areas of life, then that's better. But if you only do it to speak to a woman, then to me that is simping.
And let me add this. If you moved or if you frequently visited, or if you moved to a Spanish-speaking country, it would make sense that you learn to speak the language simply so you can do business, right? And you can move around. Now, the byproduct of you learning Spanish to do business is you're going to be able to converse. All right, peace. You're going to be able to converse with women. But if you're learning to speak a second language just so you can try and get some pussy, yeah, that's some simping shit, bro. But let's jump to the next joint right quick. So he says, what should your response, or how can you respond when women out of nowhere or because of a conversation I'm having with them, they bring their boyfriend or husband? Okay. I can feel they find me attractive. So what? Okay, if you're talking about bring up their boyfriend or husband, then end the conversation. So if you're talking to a woman and she brings up the fact that she got a boyfriend or a husband, 99.9999% of the time, she's not attracted to you. And the reason why she's bringing them up is because you're starting to talk in a certain way where she feels like you're trying to hit on her. So her bringing up the boyfriend or the husband is the deterrence for you so you can stop trying to hit on her. So when you say, I feel like they find me attractive, no, you're just assuming that. But once they bring up the fact that they got a boyfriend or a husband, what they're trying to relay to you is, hey, I'm taken. I'm not interested. You got something you want to add to that, fam?
For the advanced class, sometimes they're bringing it up just to let you know that they got a boyfriend or a husband.
Yeah.
Like, I got a boyfriend or a husband. I know a partner, his favorite line was, well, he can't come. And they would continue the conversation from there. And next thing you know, he's going out.
There you go.
Like, so,
see, but that's for the advanced class. This guy is not advanced.
For the advanced class, but let's just take it for what it is. She has a boyfriend or a husband. She let you know.
Yeah. Now, let me say this, and I'm gonna move on to Jay Roman's point. When you are actually advanced when dealing with women, sometimes a woman telling you she got a boyfriend or a husband, it's not to detour you from talking to her. It's because she's just letting you know, hey, I got something going on. You cool with it, right? Then we can move this interaction forward. But I can assure you that wasn't the case with you, right? I can assure you of that, right? That was not the case with you. So let's move on. So he says, I suffer from anxiety and paranoia. How do I focus on a conversation with women in public without worrying about what people think of me? Bro, you need coaching, right? I see you all the time asking questions when Lucario and Miles, when they do their live stream, or when Lucario is solo. Bro, you need coaching. See, the problem with y'all is some of the issues y'all have, they're much more than surface issues. They go deep beneath the surface. You need coaching, bro. With as much free shit as we talk about, you could have been used that shit. We talk about guys that have the issues that you have. We've been addressing this, but you're not learning anything because you need one-on-one coaching that's catered to your personal problems and issues. You need coaching. Okay, we're gonna hop to the next one.
Yeah.
So he says, how can we be ourselves when we don't have any game? Okay, you need coaching. Fuck that shit. Okay, I'm moving on. When you guys do dating profile reviews, okay, that's a Lucario thing. Okay, Lucario's the only one who does that. Lucario and April, and I believe sometimes Miles, he might sit in on that, but that's really a Lucario and April MC thing. So you're asking the wrong individual. You need to tune into the live stream that Lucario does and ask him about that. Right? So real quick, was there any other questions we can grab?
There's a few of them, but I didn't.
Yeah, it was a couple of goofy ones. I'm ignoring them on purpose. I'm ignoring them on purpose.
There was one that's, why would I have lunch with somebody back in the day, if nothing was going on?
Okay, hold on.
Moment, even grab lunch with her. If she left, she shouldn't be in your presence, period.
Okay, I don't. What time was it?
For me, it was 12:05. So was that?
So that's 2:05.
2:05 for you.
Okay, well that's Okay, right here. So he says, why would J. Roman even grab lunch with her? If she left, she shouldn't be in your presence, period. Okay. That must have been something you were talking about when we were talking about recycling chicks. So.
Yeah, we talk about recycling and stuff. And my thing is if it was amicable and, it was a situation like that, there's no way that we going to go back to where it was. But, if we were cool, I don't see nothing with grabbing lunch. To me, it's one of those questions where it's kind of shows you where you're at, where apparently you only grab lunch with people that you about to smack or you trying to smack. Lunch is lunch. You grab lunch with somebody and spend the time, have a conversation, catch up, see how their family and folks is doing. And, nice to see you. Go about your day. It's just lunch. So that's it. Y'all got to have fun with life, man.
Y'all take shit. And y'all got to remember that let me just say this, because I want every guy listening to understand something. And Miles said it the best. A lot of what we talk about is best practices. Okay? It's best practices. Right? Y'all got to remember, when we talk about the things that we talk about, we're talking about it from the perspective of who we are as individuals, based on our own unique identity. Right? So we're talking about it from that aspect. So sometimes what we say, you may feel like, I don't really rock with that. I'm not really with that. So what you do is, when you hear things, right, you take what you feel like you can utilize and you implement that. When you hear something that you're not feeling, you take that and you discard it. You throw it to the side, right? So Jay Roman may say some shit that I would never fucking do, but it works for him. Okay, hold on real quick. So E the realist with the $49.99, man, I appreciate that, my brother. Much love and respect to you, brother. I appreciate that. Right? So, yeah, go ahead.
Nah, you're totally right. You got to move the way you move, but understand the philosophy on why and how you're moving. And is it just driven by women? Like me having lunch with somebody isn't driven by her. It's driven by me wanting to have some lunch, catch up, say what's up, have a cool little conversation. Because if we are at that point where we were cool, that means we used to have some fun and enjoy each other's company. And I ain't got no problem with sitting down. But my lunch is not result driven. I'm not having lunch to smack. I'm not having lunch to get in her good grace. I'm not having lunch to make her feel better about herself. See, some of you guys are so result driven that you only move if it benefits the result that you're trying to get. Like, I need to smack. So she says, I got to go eat. So we're going to go eat. We're going to go on a date. We're going to go do this. That's not it. I'm not dry up like that. So,
but also, Jay Roman, I would say this. This is what guys need to understand. Get to the point when it comes to doing anything in life, but specifically dealing with women. Get to the point where every decision you make and everything you say to women is only what you want, regardless of how she might take it. It's strictly based, this is what I want to do. I want this to happen at my pace, on my timeline, to my liking. If she got a problem with it, I ain't fucking with her. If she cool with it, then damn it, it's going to happen. We can make it happen. Get to the point where you stop concerning yourself with how women might perceive things or take things, right? I don't care if a woman is offended or upset at something I say, right? My intent is not to upset her. My intent is not to offend her, right? I'm just being real. I'm not being mean or malicious or anything like that. I'm just telling a woman what the fuck I want to tell her. And if she got a problem with it, then I ain't fucking with her. Period. I'm not going to dumb myself down or dilute my masculinity to try and be appeasing to her. Fuck no. Because if she's fucking with me, she's fucking with the most authentic, real version of what I got to present. And if she ain't fucking with that version, then she ain't fucking with me. Shout out to the homie 1950. My nigga and my cuz was good with my bros, man. Hey, Fifth. We doing what we do, bro. We're making it happen. Appreciate you coming through, my brother.
Yeah, hey, 50 has some good shows dealing with
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter. Y'all gotta. And he be putting together some work, and his presentation be on point. Presentation be on point.
50,
I gotta
50,
give
50
that to
killing
him,
it.
man. So
50 killing it.
there's a statement on here, Zach, and the statement says, "Stop giving women free attention."
Yes, I saw that statement.
And that statement, it halfway bugs me, and it halfway I understand.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to go against any of your teaching on what, because is this one of your
No,
people
well,
here, or
okay.
you know?
No. I mean, no. Go ahead and say what you got to say, bro. No, that's not my. Let me just say this.
Yeah.
What he's talking about is women who aren't about what you are about. Women who aren't trying to do what you want to do. Stop giving them attention.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. When he say no free attention, is once you realize a woman isn't about what you are about, stop fucking with her immediately.
Okay.
Right. So that would be even like me personally. If I walk up to a young lady and we talking, and I tell her to take out her phone and put my number in it, and I want her to call me, and she says, "Well, I don't take a man's number. You can have my IG." I'm gonna stop giving her attention right then and there.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, you have a nice evening. Good luck to you. Right? Because I'm not doing shit your way. Okay? You're gonna do shit my way. And if my way is a problem for you, then and because I'm big on deference, humble submission, and respect.
Right.
So
right.
if you already giving me hesitation and resistance, then you're showing me you're probably not the type of woman that's gonna fully submit to me anyway. Right? So why even play with you? You know, I might as well just stop fucking with you right now.
Okay. Because I'm big on making a statement, and I'm quite sure everybody heard me say have fun and enjoy. And we've taken not we, but it seems like there's a lot of they don't have fun. It's all X's and O's. We're very binary when oh, I got to do this and do that, and so I totally agree with what you're saying on that factor, because to me, after that you're heading to Suckerville.
Yeah.
After that you're heading to Suckerville. But I will go up and say nice hair day and walk away and move on. My statement is not to do anything for her on my behalf for the result of it. It's just that's who I am. Hey, you know what? Good hair day and walk on. I'm not so hard up like some people where I can't say or talk to women without it being result driven.
See that,
and to me, that's the thing I want to have you guys kind of understand is that I totally agree with Zag, and I'm not saying you stand, but when you see the statement just like that, it's almost like you in a room full of women and you like looking down. I don't want to look at nobody. I don't want them to see me smile at them. I ain't talking to nobody unless, hey, we smacking. Hey, how you doing? Oh, okay. We're not. Okay, bye. Like, if you have a certain amount of energy about yourself and a certain amount of pizzazz and a certain amount of what's up, you can talk to a woman and be like, I don't even want you. I don't want you, but I'm saying hello. We having a cool little conversation. And I'm moving on. And that's just what it is. It's a conversation. My mouthpiece was running. I was saying some stuff. I'm comfortable with talking to you and moving on. And I'm enjoying it. So sometimes we get, I don't want you guys standing there because you'll stand there in a crowd and not say nothing to nobody because nobody looked at you or looked at you the way you wanted them to for you to attack. And some of you guys are standing in crowds just for an attack. And that's what I kind of want to, to comment on, man, when it comes to that statement. That's what it brings to me.
Yeah. And let me, let me address something because I just deleted some goofy ass comments. Me personally, I don't. Okay, hold on. Let me get this right quick. So SOG with the $2. He says, salute to the panel. Appreciate the game. Appreciate y'all. I do not use a scale of 1 to 10, right? When I'm talking about women, I don't use that scale, right? And in real life, when two grown ass men are having a conversation, we don't say she was a 7, she was an 8. we use our words like grown ass man. Like, hey, bro, see that chick right there? Yeah, bro, she's sexy as hell, bro. We use words. I don't use a scale of 1 to 10. Number one, looks are subjective. Looks are subjective. Like, I'll give you an example. What's that chick's name? Ariana Grande. I don't think she's attractive. She got the body of a middle school boy. You know what I'm saying? Of an 8th grader. Right? I don't think she's attractive at all. But there are people that think she's attractive, right? All these female rappers, the Cardi B's, the sexual, I don't think none of those chicks look good to me. Glorilla, whatever. I don't think she's cute either. But there are guys that think these bitches is hot. I don't think so. So looks are subjective, right? So all these, oh, she's not a 9, she's not a 10. So basically you're saying to me, like if Roman says, yo, man, this chick over here is a dime. To me, she might not be. She might be cute. She might be slightly above average to me, right? So come on, man. Like, we gotta stop. Like, we gotta stop. But we gotta speak like grown men over here and stop worrying about, oh, those chicks wasn't no 9 or 10, because what you're saying is, oh, those chicks you're talking about, they weren't a 9 or 10 to me. Nigga, who gives a fuck about your opinion?
Yeah. She cute to me.
Yeah, she cute to me. I don't give a fuck about what you think about the bitch that I'm talking to. I don't give a fuck if you think she cute or not. Like, why would your opinion of the woman I'm talking to be more important than my opinion of the woman that I'm talking to? I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. Like, come on, we gotta stop. So, Game Wise DJ with the $2 says a whole lot of game. Why? Salute to the game. Yeah, man, like y'all gotta stop caring about what other guys think. And let me just say this. I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again to illustrate this point. A lot of you guys, your dating preferences aren't your own. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys, you pick and choose women to fuck with based on whether or not your boys think she's attractive or whether or not people in public think she's attractive or not. Okay, how weak are you to say, well, she's cute to me, but she's not cute enough to get the attention that I want? I want a woman on my arm who everybody's looking at. I want a woman on my arm, when I bring her around my boys, they're like, nigga, this is you? Nigga, you pulled that? Right? You niggas is weak because you're looking for validation from other people to co-sign your choices in women. I don't need nobody to co-sign my choices and what a woman look like. Nigga, that's what I like. I don't give a fuck if you like that shit or not. Come on, man. We got to be grown men out here. Jay Roman, you got something you want to add before I shut this shit down? We're about to get up out of here.
All right. No, you know, the one guy that made the comment about free attention here has responded with, even with your looks, stop overly looking and staring without approaching. I can agree with that, but if you're going to approach, you can validate through your eyes. And we could talk about it. I just, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know how you're going to look at somebody without looking at them. So that's one thing. And if you're going to, I wouldn't stare at anybody. I don't think staring at anybody, but I just want to know your experience, man, because I didn't stare somebody down and they came over my way. I didn't shot them to look. Like, I don't understand what you guys do when y'all go out. Y'all don't flirt. You never flirted with your eyes. You never, it just kind of reeks with inexperience.
I give women a head now. I'm looking at her with my eyes, smile, man.
Yeah, like it just kind of gives a little bit of inexperience here. Like your essence, the way you look, the way you move attracts. And so I didn't look at somebody, looked them up and down and went back to their head and kind of gave them that nod, like, bro. And then let me wait. Let me work around this room first, and I'll come over there. I'll get to you.
Yeah.
It may not be right now. So.
Bro, that's some real. I'll walk by a woman, looking her up and down, turning around while I'm looking at her, and we both turning around looking at each other, and I'm like, I'm hitting up with the head. Now, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, with your eyes, but also flirting. And I said this in the video, you can flirt using your body language. right? Like that. Come on, guys. Like, it ain't hard to tell out here. But on that note, J. Roman, what you got going on that you want to tell the people about? We're about to go ahead and close this shit out.
2025. Watch out for me. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm starting my program up. It's been long overdue. I've been very busy. Had a lot of stuff going on. I want to make it very exclusive. My stuff is going to be exclusive, only for members. I might do a few shorts, and mainly it's going to be on these shows that I put out on YouTube and put them on my channel. But mainly, when my membership comes, you won't see a lot of my membership stuff on my YouTube channel. It's strictly going to be for the members. I have a certain niche because I like people to have fun when they go out and enjoy themselves. And to me, I'll be honest with y'all, I don't care if you can get a woman or not. You know, that's just more for me. Me and my fellas, when we were younger, that's what we used to say. I don't. It's just more for me. However, I do like to help you guys maintain your manhood and keep the relationship the way you want it. And that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to have some pretty dope stuff on there on maintaining any style of relationship you got. If you want to have that thrumple or something like that, you might have to go to Lucario for that one. But for me, we'll just go from there. I don't want to give out too much.
Cool.
And so we're gonna have a good membership there. So
all right, cool. Appreciate that, my brother. Real quick, y'all. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific time. The Real Game No Theory podcast. We got a dope show for y'all. On the way out, like, share, subscribe. Peace.
We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Ladies and gentlemen,